February 22nd, 2026, 4 a.m. Tapalpa, Jalisco. Helicopter blades tear through mountain mist above sleeping cabins. Inside Cabañas La Loma, a door slams open in panic. Gunfire erupts before the sun can rise. Soldiers shout for surrender over exploding wood and glass. The most wanted man in Mexico is inside. A $15 million bounty hangs over his head. He has escaped before. He has survived worse. But this time, the mountains are surrounded. By sunrise, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, will be dying. By nightfall, Mexico will be burning. But what happened next was something no one saw coming. This was not just a raid. It was the spark that ignited 20 states. It was a capture that became a death, and a death that became violence across a nation. Tonight, you will hear how he was found. You will hear how the firefight unfolded in the woods. And you will hear why his final breath triggered chaos nationwide. 4 a.m. Boots press into wet soil outside the compound. Elite units from the Mexican army spread through the trees. National Guard trucks seal the narrow mountain roads. Air Force helicopters hover low, shaking cabin rooftops. Intelligence had tracked him to this location. A vacation rental complex hidden in the hills. Cabañas La Loma. Real-time support helped pinpoint his movements. The circle tightens. Inside, armed guards grip assault rifles. They protect a 59-year-old man who built power through fear. For years, he stayed hidden. For years, raids failed. But tonight, the perimeter holds. An explosive charge shatters the main gate. Gunmen answer instantly with automatic fire. Wooden walls splinter under bullet impacts. Rocket-propelled grenades streak through the dark sky. An explosion lights up pine trees like lightning. 8 cartel members fall in the first clash. But the resistance does not collapse. It intensifies. El Mencho is rushed toward the rear of the compound. His inner security detail forms a shield around him. They push into a wooded slope behind the cabins. Branches whip against faces in the darkness. Soldiers pursue through mud and underbrush. Night vision lenses glow green between tree trunks. A second firefight erupts deep in the forest. Muzzle flashes strobe through the trees. Shouts vanish beneath rifle bursts. Bullets slice through bark inches from helmets. Then he is hit. Multiple rounds strike his chest. More tear into his abdomen and legs. He collapses against damp earth. His guards try to drag him farther, but they are overwhelmed. Mexican forces seize him alive. He is breathing, but barely. Blood spreads across forest soil. A medic drops beside him. Gloved hands press against bullet wounds. A helicopter descends into a clearing carved by gunfire. Rotor wash flattens grass and scatters shell casings. He is lifted onto a stretcher. His face is pale under flashing emergency lights. The aircraft rises above Tapalpa before dawn. Inside, medics fight to keep him alive. An oxygen mask seals tightly over his face. Bandages wrap his chest and abdomen. His pulse weakens under trembling fingers. He is being airlifted toward Guadalajara. But halfway through the flight, his condition crashes. The monitor's rhythm slows. A medic shouts for more pressure. Blood loss becomes unstoppable. Therefore, the helicopter diverts. It turns toward Morelia International Airport. Engines roar as the pilot races against time. But time wins. He dies during the flight. February 22nd, 2026 becomes official. The cause of death is multiple bullet wounds to the chest, abdomen, and legs. His body is transferred under heavy guard. Later, it is moved to Mexico City for autopsy. The raid is over, but the crisis is not. Before noon, news spreads nationwide. Phones buzz inside apartments and safe houses. Orders are issued. Retaliation begins. Highways are blocked with burning buses. More than 100 vehicles are set on fire. Black smoke coils into the sky. These are Narcobloqueos. Approximately 20 Mexican states feel the shockwave.
gunmen clash with security forces in city streets. At least 25 National Guard members are killed. Dozens of civilians are caught in the violence. The death of one man triggers national unrest. But even that is not the final image. On March 2nd, 2026, his body returns to his family. A convoy escorts a golden casket into Guadalajara. A heavy military presence surrounds the cemetery. Soldiers stand watch as the coffin lowers into the ground. A man once shielded by armed convoys is buried in silence. So how was Mencho killed? In a mountain raid at 4 a.m. After a firefight inside cabins and deep in the woods. Captured alive. Critically wounded. Dead before reaching a hospital. But his final breath was not the end. It was the beginning of something larger. If you want to understand who moved next inside the cartel, and how power shifted after February 22nd, 2026, subscribe now. Because the next chapter begins in the vacuum he left behind.